Yeah. So lucky. Actually, it's kind of hard to see sometimes. Huh? Oh, cat. Okay. Wait, what? Oh.
Alright, you guys, listen up. There's some things that have to be done. If you have not taken the chapter 3 test yet, you need to let me know immediately. The Bauer quiz was yesterday. You need to take the Bauer quiz if you did not. And then please, if you have not ripped out chapter 4 yet, don't leave here today without ripping out chapter 4. So you guys need to let me know if any of these 3 things need to happen for you, and it needs to happen today. Okay. What did I already talk about the Bauer quiz? I don't have it printed yet. Did you find one? His what? Yeah, okay. Sounds like you're hustling. Okay, here we go. Determine whether it is a polynomial. So that's yes or no. Our first question is this a polynomial, yes or no? There are rules, and I showed you those rules before. If it is a polynomial, write it in standard form, state the degree, state the type, and the leading coefficient. So I'm going to go through these, but before I do, this is page 304. This is where it says the type. The type is just a fancy name for the degree. For instance, if it's degree 4, you call it a quartic. So it has a number and a name. The rules come from this, which I showed on Friday, hopefully. Okay? Okay. And the rules are in the section too. They're just kind of harder to find if you don't know what you're looking for. Okay, here we go. I heard you guys say number 1 is a no, not a polynomial. Why isn't it a polynomial? Good. Because x has a negative exponent, we should say. If it was like 4 to the negative third, that'd be okay. X can't have a negative exponent. Also, just so you know, negative exponents are fine. Like, we spent all of January doing problems with negative exponents. They're good. They're good functions. They're interesting. We work through them. They're just not polynomials. So just because we're saying no, it's not a polynomial doesn't mean it's a bad thing. We will work on it in a different chapter. Number 2 is a yes. It is a polynomial. Now, there is the square root bar, but it has a number in it. The square root of 7 is just some weird decimal, like 2.6 maybe. I don't know. As long as the x isn't in the square root, it's good. It's fine. So that means we need to put it in standard form. So in standard form, the 11x squared goes first, then the 12x, then the square root of 7. And now we'll have to state the degree. The degree is 2. You want to see these problems in front of you? I think it's no, this isn't in your book actually. I found this somewhere. But the information's on page 305. Similar information. Okay, anything degree 2, that type is called a quadratic. So we got standard form, degree, type, leading coefficient. That's the number in front. That's an 11. The number in front when it's in order. 11. You got all that? You're all right, no problem. That's awesome. Let's do number 3. Number 3, we got a yes or a no? Number 3 is a yes. Yes, polynomial. So I'll put it in order. This polynomial is called G. It's almost perfectly in order right now already. The only two that have to switch is the x squared and x to the third. Did I do it? I did it. What degree, Tony? It's actually degree 4. And so that means the type, we're going to call this quartic. Quartic function. And the leading coefficient is 2. All right, number 4, not a polynomial. Why do I keep putting the over? And that's because x is in a denominator. That is a rule breaker. Rule break. No x's in denominators. Not cool. Now, like I said, x can be in denominators. We spent a whole chapter of working with x in denominators. They're called rational functions. They're not called polynomials. That's all. Any questions on 1 through 4? This is from 4.1, and this is pretty much the only thing we covered in 4.1. We're going to go back to 4.1 later. So if you followed all this, you're good on 4.1. Let's look at your answers from yesterday's assignment. All right, this is the assignment from yesterday. I most likely did 5, 9, 13. I don't know how far I got with you guys. But go ahead and check your number 6. I did 5, 9, and 17. I didn't do 13. Yeah.
No variables and what? No variables. Oh, exponents are what?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Um,
Pretty good at it.
If you were not here, you could just feel free to take pictures. All right, who's got a question about 10 or 14 or 13, I guess? Are you ready, Joseph? This is the ones I was on. If you asked me to go back, I just stood up. 20, a 3 by 3. Did I do 20 with you? A 3 by 3 should result in 9 terms. And then you combine like terms. So at your first step, you got to look, okay, I did all my distribution. Did I get 9 terms out of it? And then you multiplied everything through. 3 by 3 should give you 9. And then combine like terms, and then who knows? So Adrian just won the game this year. Alright, here's 35. Alright, so 35 is one that people will do wrong pretty frequently. The problem is you cannot distribute exponents into a binary And then you have to bring down the third one and distribute the third one in. Yes.
You know why I'm excited? You get the winter lights, big full moon. On the boat. You know what I mean?
I do know. I'm right there with you, buddy.
It's chilly, it's super low.
I caught something out.
I could have called it.
Good catch. Thanks. I accidentally hit Kyle.
Yeah, my boy Dylan Harris.
Oh, right.
I know. Texas, you know what I mean? You guys are the way.
No, I think you're looking at the
My boy John Harris.
I hope you're really looking at where you may have gone wrong here. Remember, when you multiply, you add exponents. All right, you have the rest of class to work on this handout. I am going to tell you there's about 4 you can skip. I don't know, you guys have a long time. I'm going to be showing correct answers so that you can find out right here and now if you have a bad habit, if you're doing something wrong. So you should leave class today feeling confident in that you've tried a problem and you've had the opportunity to check the problem and then ask a question about the problem. So if you're getting them wrong and you're not figuring out why you're not using this class period correctly, please do not write on here. Do not write on white worksheet. You're doing this on your own paper, okay? Everybody's going to work at a different pace. Some people will finish it. Some people will do 4.
Wait, which one are we skipping?
Probably 6, 8, 11, and 13.
That's 21. No, I'll tell you which one in a minute.
You know, I understand. Like you did that. You guys did that one day. Oh, turn around.
I didn't look at it.
Guys, can you stop? Yeah, so. Oh. Alright, so let's start doing this.
I mean, you guys have 55:05. You have 25 minutes, so work consistently, okay? That's all I want to say.